Sir. Sir. Okay lang isa pa. Thank you. Thank you po. Ano po? Late lang po isa. Dito ganito eh.
This is where the future of Philippine basketball takes center stage. The brightest young talents from across the country come together to show what they This is where the future of Philippine basketball takes center stage. The brightest young talents from across the country come together to show what they can do on the hardwood. We welcome you to the 21 and under tournament of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League. And we are live here in Tala, Glorietta. Of course, Caloocan City will be having 3 games for today. For our first game, Mandaluyong, Manila. Second game, Rosario versus San Pedro. And then last but not the least, the home owners, Caloocan, going up against Novaliches. But for now, we'll be beginning with our first game, the Junior Mandaluyong Microsmith going up against Health Forum Manila City Ballers. And good afternoon, everybody. The name is Chong Pangilinan. I'll be covering today's games. And for our match at hand, we have again no other than Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith going up against Health Forum Manila City Ballers. So first, let's talk about what kind of scenarios will they be facing. First, this will be the battle of undefeated as Mandaluyong is 0-2. Same with Manila, 0-2. So both teams not really finding their groove just yet, but still early in the season. You know, just too early to conclude anything yet. So first, let's talk about their past games. First, talking about Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith, they unfortunately lost to Quezon City 8-8 Alpha Giants, and it was a heartbreaking loss because they only lost by 2 points. That's 83-81. Basically, they shot the same efficiency, both at 41%, but Quezon City just did an incredible job, of course, first and foremost, of rebounding the basketball and shooting the three-pointer. And of course, getting the basketball back into offensive rebounds and then putting it back in. So that's what they did, and that's the reason why Mandaluyong fell to Quezon City. But talking about the other team that they're gonna face, Manila City Ballers by Health Forum, they lost against the Caloocan JY Batang Kangkalu, the homeowners actually of this court. They lost 88-82. That was another close game, but Basically Caloocan was just a more efficient team. They shot 55% compared to their opponents' 41%. And same with the rebounding department. They just did overall a better job on almost all facets of the game. And that is the reason why Manila fell as well to Caloocan. So both teams, again, just repeating it, both teams undefeated. So both teams definitely want to find their groove and get into the winning column. But now let's waste no time further. Let's turn over now to our venue announcer, Mr. Denzel Santiago.
Gasela. Also forward, number 14, Rosfer Palad. Playing center, number 42, John Baritad. Head coach of Mandaluyong Junior, Microsmith, Alvin Gray. Team manager, Mark Herrera. Team owner, team consultant, Mark Herrera. And now, it's time to meet the starters from your Manila Health Forum, Manila City Bowlers. Guard number 16, Joshua Hikov. Also guard number 7, CJ Arboleta. Forward number 55, Stephen Villanes. Also forward number 13, Sean Luwalhati. Playing center number 14, Val Mercado. Head coach of Manila Health Forum, Manila City Bowlers, A.B. Martinez. Assisted by Owi Laruskain, Artur Almazad, Albert Azar. Team manager G.
Now our Dorite Bola ng Pinoy team starters. For Manila, it's Hicom, Arboleda at the guards, Villanes, Luwalhati for the forwards, Mercado for the man at the middle. Mandaluyong naman, Monte Rosa, Cantorna for the guards, Casera and Palad for the forwards, and Tan, their man at the middle. Once again, on your way is D-League action, 21 and under, by Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. And again, just a quick recap. Itong Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith, 0 and 2. Same with the Manila City Bowlers. Both teams wanting to find their groove. Only their third game of this season. It's only the early part of the season, but then again, in the long run. But then again, in the long run, you don't want to have a late resurgence of that said groove. Of course, you want to find your footing early, and that will be the case for both of these teams as they want to finally join in the winning column. So right now we see the first 5 of Mandaluyong coming in. And jump ball will now commence. And one of the more notable players first for Mandaluyong, Ado Cruz, had 28 points, 6 boards, 4 dimes, and 2 steals in their last outing. So definitely we'll expect him to produce a lot for his squad, but as of right now, he's not in the starting lineup. And on the other side, it's Sean Luwalhati, who scored 14 points, 3 boards, and 3 assists in their loss against Caloocan. And he is in the starting lineup, so perhaps we'll see him try to ignite the spark early in this ball game. But of course, that'll be depending on the defense that'll be deployed by Mandaluyong. Right now, Manila having possession. Oh, that's going to be an early turnover for them. And again, just a reminder, both teams want the win bad. So those kinds of turnovers, again, will really cost them in the end if they don't make up for it or they don't adjust. Meanwhile, Mandaluyong continuing to be aggressive, but still no first blood. Or actually, there's already first blood in this game. 2-0 in favor of Mandaluyong. Mandaluyong being pressured by Manila. They have 4 seconds to work with. Cantorna from deep. Kaboom! And Cantorna makes it 5-0. Meanwhile, Manila. No good on that shot. Basket, the end one though, to turn garbage into gold. Let's take another look in this pound for pound fitness foul. Counted move. What recovery that time from Val Mercado. A chance to make it a 3-point play as they finally get their first points of this game. And he does indeed convert that 3-point play. Meanwhile, Mandaluyong, they're able to save it. Tan, nowhere to go. They swing it around the arc. That'll end up with a 3. But that won't fall for Palad. They fight for the board, but it'll end up with Manila. Here goes the City Ballers. Mercado sends it out. They fire from deep. That won't hit. Or rather, that's Arboleda, who's wearing the mask and has a right shoulder tattoo. Meanwhile, Mandaluyong setting up their offense. Cantorna has the ball in his hands, will lose it against Arboleda. On the run is Manila, but they're unable to score. And possession going back to Mandaluyong. So it's still 5-3. There's a 2-point lead by Mandaluyong. And both teams looking, or rather, giving early signs of aggression, both on offense and defense. So it's interesting to see how will this last. Will they be able to do this in a consistent rate, or will they mellow down in the following quarters? That's something we want to find out soon. Meanwhile, possession now back to Manila after Mandaluyong fumbling their own. So here goes Manila. Inside, Mercado. Oh, fell down the floor but seems to be all right. As Sean Luwalhati helps him up. Let's take another look at what happened right there. So they tried that high pass to Mercado, but you gotta give credits to Casera for being active defensively and responding not too late. Meanwhile, inbound. Oh, they fire quickly, but that's gonna be overshot as Cantorna sends it to Palad, but he has nowhere to go. It's back to Cantorna. He sends it inside. It's back to Palad. He's at the wing. He attacks. And showing some bravery is Palad, but he's unable to make the bucket. 2 freebies coming up for him. First team foul called on the Manila City Ballers. So this guy, again, it's Palad at the free throw line, donning the jersey number 14. And that's good. 1 out of 2 on that trip, giving them a 3-point lead. Here goes Manila, trying to take their time. Shot clock down to 10. They swing it around, it's still above the arc, but Arboleda takes it inside off the glass, that's good. So Palad has it for Mandaluyong. That's gonna be out of bounds. Oh, wait a minute, no, last touch actually called. Oh, wait. So yeah, indeed it is Manila ball. So that means great defense by Manila after all, as we take another look on this attack by Arboleda. Once again, it's a timeout called, a nature sprain timeout called by Manila. It's 6-5, Mandaluyong up by just 1. Back to the action right here after that nature sprain timeout. Of course, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines, as after all that, Mandaluyong will be the one to get the possession. So not so good defense after all, but I'll take that back after Arboleda forces an 8-second violation. So right now, almost 5 minutes passing by our first period. It's still 6-5, Mandaluyong on top. Arboleda puts one up. Oh, rather I thought to put one up, but finds the open Mercado. And good decision making by Arboleda. Meanwhile, Cantorna gets fouled by Arboleda. So that's a good sign of being aggressive on defense.